Okay, it should give you a notice if you want to stay knowing that it's recording. Okay, so if you guys have questions, you are more than welcome to pop them in the chat while I'm talking. Let's see. Hi, Gina. I never knew your last name because I just knew you from Gina on Facebook. So I'm so glad to see you here. Okay, so my intention for you guys is really, I know that everybody's hopping on to the whole 2022 health, and I love this time of year. I love it so freaking much because even though the gyms are super busy, and sometimes that's a little bit annoying, I just love that the whole world is like, the energy is like new energy. Everybody's excited, you're motivated, everybody steps back into the health world. And of course, that's my favorite thing. Like, I'm really a health geek. I love geeking out on nutrition, and just when I get clients that have like different things come up, like Hashimoto's, or they want to do vegan, or it's something that like I'm not really familiar with, I love learning about it. It's my favorite thing ever. So I love to be able to just come and meet you where you're at. That's the biggest thing in Girl on Fire that I feel like I've created, is to be able to come to you and be like, okay, where are you at? What do we get to do for you? Because everybody's in a different spot, right? And so I wanted to just take a moment and kind of share with you. I realize like a lot of the people that follow me now actually don't know that I was fat and unhealthy at one time. And, you know, just from having babies and your body changes. And so I just kind of wanted to tell you really quick, just a little bit about me and why I can understand all the different areas that you guys are falling into, because I've pretty much done them all. So as far as like having kids, surgeries, not having confidence, feeling confident, losing all the weight, and then starting to gain it back after going through divorce and losing a business, and you know, just like all the different areas of life, we all go through so much freaking crap and amazingness, right? Like there's so many different areas of our life. And so I kind of wanted to start off by showing you just some different pictures of me personally, just using me as an example, so that you can kind of be like, okay, she actually gets me. So that's at least my intention for that. So we'll see if you feel like I can relate. Okay. Okay. I'm going to share my screen for a second. This one. Okay. Hopefully it will, my background. Hopefully it will be able to show you. Okay, so this is it showing you just a single picture? No, it's not. What's it showing you?
Six pictures.
Say it again.
2005, 2015, 21, 21, and 20.
Okay, it's showing you all of them. Okay, I was hoping that it would like blow it up. Hang on.
You double click on it?
That's what I was thinking. Did that work? Let me see. Hang on. Let me stop the share. You guys, okay, this is technology is my friend. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So is it showing you my hospital pic with the baby? Okay. So this is a normal part of life, right? Like we all blow up when we have babies, and it's totally fine and perfect and amazing and all of that. What happens after you have the baby and you have this miracle, and then all of a sudden you're looking in the mirror and you're like, what the crap happened to my body? Like the girl looking back at me is not who I know is inside. And even though you're super grateful for your little bundle of joy, it's kind of, for me anyways, it was like, I just had this impression that so my two sister-in-laws at the time, I was only 18 when I had my first, or I was 19 when I had my first baby. This is me with my second baby. But I had this idea, my sister-in-laws both literally had their babies and walked out of the hospital, like wearing their jeans. Like they just went right back to normal. That is not normal, but that is what I saw, right? So I was like, I just delivered this baby and like my body didn't change. Like there was this lump that came out and I'm only like 3 pounds less. Like what the heck is this? So that was my first like, holy crap, I don't know what to do. Okay, so let's stop that share and go to the next picture. I promise this whole thing isn't going to be about me. I just want to show you that I really know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, we're going to share this screen. Share screen. Oh my gosh. Share screen. Let's try it again. Okay, so this is obviously an old picture. Is it showing you me with one of my daughters? Okay. You guys, I only took pictures with this daughter for some reason. I can't find any of my pictures with my other kids. But she was in kindergarten and I had my next baby. So this was after my third baby. This was in 2005. I realized this is a long time ago, and I'm not like super overweight, but I'm also not where I'm at now. Okay. This is really when my real journey began, is about this point. And then from there, it just took off. So I'm going to stop that share. I'm going to show you the next share is this one. Okay, so that is me after I just like worked really hard. I didn't know anything about macros. I had done different programs, anywhere from like Weight Watchers, Jillian Michaels, Body for Life, learned how to do HIIT training and really just eat for life, right? I was skinny, I had lost all the weight. And I pretty much stayed in this after picture for about 10 years. It was just easy to maintain. I worked out like 30 minutes that was like easy to maintain. I could just work out for like anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. This is when right now I have the videos in Girl on Fire and also on the 7-day free challenge that I was going to tell you about. This is what I did was in the 7-day challenge. That's what I did to maintain it, was just like 15 to 30 minute videos on a daily basis. Okay. Then this is kind of embarrassing. I just want to show you. Then I got divorced again. The last picture that you saw was me when I pretty much owned my gym and I had become a fitness and nutrition trainer. I worked for a different gym, quit that gym, opened my own gym. And things were like really successful. It was just like an easy maintenance type of a thing. I'm going to show you this picture. Okay. Look at how happy I look in this picture, you guys. This picture was September of 2020. Hormones were completely out of whack. That wasn't that long ago. Hormones were completely out of whack. So I had already gotten the body, lived in the body, been a personal trainer, known what to do. And then I started gaining freaking weight. I was still working out all the time. I started gaining weight like crazy. there was just a lot of inflammation, just a lot of stuff. Like my body was going backwards and I was like, holy crap, I don't know what to do right now. Like, cause I was still lifting. I was doing all the things that I knew to do and it wasn't working. Okay. September 2020. That was less than a year ago. Well, I mean, a little over a year ago. Okay. Then I decided I was going to do a fitness competition. This was the second time I wanted to do a fitness competition. And these are my before pictures from July of this year. So let's click on that. Share screen. I'm almost done showing you pictures. Hang on, it's not letting me share that. Hang on. If I do this again, see, this is like all divine inspiration. I was like, I'm going to put together a workshop. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Just follow your heart. Okay, well, this is one way that just, come on, you got to have things a little more organized. It's fine. Okay, so this was me in July of this year. Okay, I still was working hard. I'd gotten a lot of that weight off. I got my hormones in check, went to a hormone clinic. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be on thyroid and progesterone, I would have laughed in your face because I really believed in doing everything natural. And then I had life happen and I couldn't get it under control using just holistic approach. And that's when I went and got hormone help. And really my only goal with that was like, I just wanted to feel good again. Like I just wanted my energy back. I just wanted to feel good again. Obviously I'm putting on a ton of weight, and everything just felt like it was going backwards. And so I wanted to find a middle ground where it was just like, okay, stop that so that I can fix it and I can go back to being healthy. Right. So that's where I was July of this year, you guys, which, I mean, that's still not bad, right? Like I could still wear a bikini. It was fine. It wasn't like I was not happy with my body. I was in a good place, proud of where I was, strong, healthy, felt good, all of that. And then I decided to compete. And for me, that's just because that's what I wanted this year. It's not because I think everybody should do it. Okay. Can you see am I in a purple bikini there? Okay. So from July to October, that's what I did. That's when it got super fun. And it took a lot of freaking work, but I'm not like, if you don't want to compete, totally fine. The cool thing is I know how to get you stage ready without you having to get on stage now because I've done it. And this year my goals are changing to where I'm doing national. That's my goal, is to go national. But I wanted to show you all these different phases because we're all in a different spot. And I want you to get rid of the whole thought of being ashamed of where you're at now, because life happens, right? And I know that a lot of times when people come to me to begin with, they're like, well, I used to be able to do this, or I used to be able to do that. And they beat themselves up because they're not where they were. And I just want to be a living example for you that you can, as long as you don't stop, you can change your health, no matter where you're at. And it's just a realization to be like, okay, well, this is what I want. This is where I'm at. Let's see, Abby, you said you didn't even get that. I don't know what you mean, because I don't know when you posted that. I'm sorry. So just, you could either unmute or you could type it. I don't care. But my whole thing is every single program works what happens is you are the magic pill. There's no magic, like keto's not going to be the magic answer. Intermittent fasting isn't going to be the magic answer. Eating 6 meals a day isn't the magic answer. Like you are the magic answer. The program that you can stay consistent with and commit to for the rest of your life is the thing that's going to get you there. That's it. That's the only difference between, where I'm at and where you might be at right now. And I'm not meaning that like I'm not trying to say like I'm better than, I don't know. That felt like it came out wrong, but I just want to be a living example. And I know how to take you from where you're at to where you want to go. Okay. And the commitment levels are going to be different. And so, okay, my hormones are so crazy right now. Yeah, hormones out, like anybody that's over the age of 38, and it can be sooner, but if you feel off, don't let anyone tell you that that's normal. Because it's not. You know when you feel good, you know when you feel optimal energy, you know if you're like crying 1 minute and crazy the next minute and freaking out on everybody, you know. Okay, are you raising your hand because you want to say something? Okay, I love it.
So I can totally relate. So I woke up 38 years old, I woke up 39 years old, and I had found out in September that a lot of my issues were hormone related because I have been on this all natural and holistic route since. So 2020, I had a crazy goal to feel good naked. I was like 162 pounds, which I'm like 5 foot tall, friends. So really short and wide. And I was not healthy. So I met with a nutritionist and I'm like, I'm going to feel good naked in 2020. And I did it. I lost over 31 pounds. Had everything going. 2021 was amazing. I had a good year. All of a sudden, in the middle of 2021, my sleep went to shit. My weight started coming back. I was still doing the same thing. I didn't know what was wrong. And my nutritionist was like, oh my gosh, she's like, your hormones, you have like 0 hormones. I'm like, great, wake up 39 and I've got hormones. So I didn't feel like the progesterone and stuff that she had me on, like the natural stuff was working. And so I went and got my hormones tested and they started me on testosterone therapy, 7 weeks ago. And I just feel yucky all the time. Like, yes, don't get me wrong. Not going to complain about my sex life, but everything else is effed up. And I need help getting it back in line because I feel like I've just lost control. I feel like everything's just sagging and hanging to the ground and I don't feel good about myself anymore. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So you're okay. Thank you for sharing that. It's so crazy because it is like you wake up one day and you're just like, oh my gosh, something's wrong. Like, I have 0 energy. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. Like you've gone on a total health holistic journey. You eat super, super clean. And when that stops working, you're like, okay, now what? I don't know what to do. I can tell you with my hormone journey, it did take me a good 3 months to feel like, oh, okay, everything's back to like it did. Everybody's going to be different. We're all different. But I'm really proud of you for getting that taken care of. And it is revivable. I guess I should say it is revivable. It's just going to be taking, it's going to be a slow process. And nobody wants to hear that.
I don't have patience for slow. Does anybody else have patience for slow? Come on. I'm Italian. I like food. I'm a foodie. I cater. I don't know. I think my frustration comes alongside with I guess my mindset, like too, is I thought I was feeling good and I looked at my body and I was happy with myself. And then all of a sudden it just was like, no, things don't belong down there anymore. Like they just don't belong in the right places. And I just feel like I'm losing control and I don't like that it's going to take time to do, like suck it all in one place. So I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that's lost, but I feel freaking just lost.
No, okay, so no, everybody wants their body to be Amazon Prime, including myself.
And
Gina, you,
I do want to say that I would not be on this call if I hadn't have watched Rachel's journey. So I met Rachel, it would have been a year ago in January. Somebody had invited me to her group for like a 7-day like workout thing. Friends, I don't work out. Okay. I'm lazy. I'm just not even gonna lie. I don't work out. I don't even know why I'm here because I hate the gym, but I like to look like Rachel, right? I don't know if anybody else feels that way. And so I did. I joined my friend, I joined her group, and I was out of town in Texas and I was working out in the hotel room. My husband's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know, but I'm following this blonde chick and I'm gonna feel good." And so I did this challenge because my friend did. And that was when I fell in love with Rachel. And then Rachel and I joined our business. We do like business. Our business coach is the same business coach. She joined this mastermind with me. And I was like, "You're the chick that works out." I'm like, "I don't. Let's just make it very clear I'm lazy." And I watched her journey from July to the moment that I saw her walk up on stage and be able to transform her body the way that she did. I physically watched her journey. And I don't know if I would be on this call if I didn't know the humble Rachel behind the scenes that still wants me to eat the right donuts and work out, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't that I felt that Rachel could potentially help me get out of whatever crazy funk that I'm in. So I just want to honor you, my friend, and share that I would not be here if I didn't physically watch what you've been able to do.
thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Gina, I saw that you unmuted. Did you have something to say? No, okay. I just want to make sure if you guys have something to say that I'm honoring that. Thank you, Elka. Thank you. Okay, Abigail said, "I'm not patient, walking out of the hospital in my pre-pregnancy jeans." Okay, yeah, I didn't even get that. Okay, so this is the cool thing is if Elka's like, "Hey, I know that I'm lazy," which I know that she's not lazy. She just has different priorities. First of all, any woman that says that they're lazy is a freaking liar because we are not lazy. We are badass women that take care of everything. We just prioritize everybody before us. That's just what happens. We become moms, we become wives, and we learn how to manage everything else, and we just don't make time for ourselves. And so the cool thing is, Elka, is we can, for you personally, because I know, well, this is the thing. Are you willing to work out if it doesn't, like when you think of workout, what does your mind do? Yeah, I can see your face. So yeah, go ahead and tell me everything.
So this is a tough one for me. Let me tell you that when I started can I just be like, I don't know you people. So I guess it's like, if I say something that screws it up, either you guys are going to like jump on board with me or you're going to, I don't know. I bought a gym pass for my entire family. Because then I was like, I'm never going to the gym alone if I buy a gym pass for everybody. So I pay like $100 a month for my 2 sons, my husband, my daughter, and I to go to the gym. Did it all through 2020, paid for it all through 2021. Let me tell you that my son's girlfriend goes to the gym as me every day. Because when I walk in there, I don't know what to do. Or I walk in there and I see all these chicks with these great bodies pulling the weights, and I'm over here going, yeah, 5 pounds over here. So my intimidation with the gym is based off of not knowing what to do and not knowing how to work. Like my son will come home and be like, "Oh, I worked my chest out." I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like I go in there and I feel stupid, like I don't belong. And then I get compare-itis and I start comparing myself with every other tall, beautiful woman because I'm 5 foot tall with big boobs and don't belong. And I'm like, "Oh, I'll just walk on the treadmill and then go out to my Jeep and call it a day." And I don't know what to do. So it's not that I'm against it, but I'm like, I'll pay for my future daughter-in-law to go every day versus me because I just don't know. I don't know what to do.
Okay. So what if I told you just starting, it really is you just going in and walking on the treadmill?
Sorry. You know what? Again, just like you, I think you said it though very well. I think if I made it a priority to look like them, or at least become my best version of my old self that I am, I could probably make room for it.
It's always going to be you versus you.
Yeah.
And it is for everyone else in the gym too. We all have the same insecurities.
Which is just crazy because sometimes I look at everybody and I'm like, oh, I don't think so.
So you know that picture that I showed you of me and my daughter in her kindergarten hat? You want to know how my whole journey started because I had a little tiny friend. She was teeny tiny and she was like, yeah, all I do is run 3 miles a day. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's all I have to do is run 3 miles a day. But she invited me to go running with her. And I was like, I better practice before I go out with her because I don't want to be the girl that she's like, Rachel, come on now. So I didn't want to die. So I got up and I was like, I'm just going to start out with 1 mile a day. It's free. I don't have to go to the gym. I don't have to see anybody. I can do it like before my kids get up in the morning. Because at the time my husband worked out of town. And so I was like, I could just run. I just clocked like how many blocks it took for me to go around and around. So I was like, this was my plan. I'm going to do 1 mile. I'm going to go around the block, run in, check on my kids because they were little. And then I'm going to go around the block, run in, check on my kids. Okay. Well, the first day that I went out there, I went to run around the block and I made it to right there. I made it a quarter of the way before I couldn't breathe, had shin splints. I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. I had no idea how hard this was going to be. And so from that point, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to run a quarter of the block and then I'll walk the last 3 parts and then go inside. So for a week, that's what I did. I was like, I'm just going to do that because the whole point is just to start and get consistent. It's something that you'll do every day. So if the gym is like super overwhelming and you go into comparisonitis and you like, it stops you every time, then don't start with going to the gym. Like there's two ways. There's the warrior side of me that is like, get the F over yourself and do it. Right. And then there's the other piece of me that I'm like, I've been there and it kept stopping me. And so the most important thing is consistency. That's the most important thing. So I want you all, or I'm going to invite you all right now to really be like, okay, am I willing to go to the gym? How much time am I willing? Like really realistically, come hell or high water, what is the time frame that I could commit to 5 days a week minimum to be healthy? And if your answer is 5 minutes, there is no guilt or shame or remorse with that. Yeah, Cindy, you're right there because you've had a lot of inflammation and body issues. So 5 minutes is a stretch for you right now. Okay. And that's okay because my goal is to take you from where you are right now and move the needle forward. So realistically, and I am going to say, like, I feel like it's easier if you just set your mind. Okay. 2 things. Setting mindset for 2022 is I'm just recreating my health. That's it. Whatever it looks like, I'm recreating my health. If you have hormone things going on, if you have inflammation things going on, if you have a surgery that's going to happen, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to take 2022 and I'm just going to educate myself on my body. I'm just going to do whatever it takes. You're going to know within the year, there's going to be, obviously from July to October, I was super freaking motivated, right? Like there was a level that everything else went on the back burner and my body was number one. And that was it, like it. But I'm not gonna eat tilapia and mustard 6 months a year. Like, I'm just not gonna do it. Not at this point. Okay. Now, if I did this workshop in 2 years, I might be the girl being like, I'm going IFBB Pro. I'm eating tilapia and asparagus every meal. I don't know. But right now, realistically, I'm not doing that. In fact, after my show, so at my show, at that last picture, I was to 115 pounds. Right now, I'm at 123. And that's because I have freaking indulged like crazy. I've had cinnamon rolls. Like, I've just enjoyed life. We went to Cancun, and I'm not going to always be in that motivational mindset to eat that strict. It's just not how it's going to be. But still only being, what is 115 to 123? What is that? 8 pounds. I still have my abs. I'm happy with where I'm at. I've just started comp prep again, but I'm at 1,600 calories. So I do have a lot of freedom. Okay. So I want you to really think of like where you are right this second, your mindset, how motivated are you? How much time are you willing to commit? And are you really on, if you choose your bare minimum time, so let's say it's 5 minutes, are you willing to commit 5 to 6 days a week to 5 minutes? Are you willing to commit 5 to 6 days a week for 30 minutes? Like, what is that number for you? And then if you are open and vulnerable, I'd love for you to either type it, in the chat, or you can even say it.
I got mine.
Okay,
Me
what's
too.
yours?
15 minutes a day, every single day, except for Sunday.
Okay, so
So
6 days a week. Okay.
And it'll be at my house because I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna go to the gym in this weather.
Okay, I love it.
Like,
That
That's not
is
real.
why you're going to be successful, is because you're like, I am not doing this.
yep, I got stairs, I got a treadmill, I'm good.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Okay, so can I ask you what your ultimate goal from January to March, what would you like to, okay, 2 questions. Your ultimate goal for 2022, if everything was perfect, if this was a perfect world and you could have the ultimate body that you actually wanted, what would that be?
Well, my dream is to lose, well, it's now 75 pounds.
Okay. Okay, so 20, so that's about, if we did 20 pounds a quarter on average. So Q1 would be 20 pounds. Where you're at right now, because I know you, because you're in Girl on Fire already, where you're at right now, I would say Q1 is going to really focus on just getting consistent, because you've had so many health challenges, which is, it sucked last year, but you're getting answers. So it's like, okay, it's good. 2022 is going to be different. So I would say, because you're looking at like an average of 20 pounds a quarter. Okay. So that's about 7 pounds a month on average. But I would say Q1, we're going to focus on you getting consistent. So we're going to scale that back to like 10 pounds in Q1.
Okay.
Because we're starting with 15 minutes. I know that we get to get your calories a little bit higher, so your body responds a little bit better, and we're still playing with some things. So I would set from January 1st to April 1st, and we get to do this tomorrow. If you're going to be there tomorrow on our call, because we're going through 90-day outcomes.
Yes.
January 1st to April 1st, I would set your body goal at 10 pounds. And your it's 15 minutes, 6 days a week.
Yep, I got it written down right here.
Okay. So my question to you is, regardless of the outcome, are you willing to commit to those actions for the next 12 weeks?
Yeah, I am. I don't even care about losing the weight. That's my dream, but that's my goal is just to be consistent and to get my food up because I'm so under. I don't have the energy to do anything because I don't have anything to burn.
Yeah, and you're not in a space where like we're not going to do crazy intense workouts. It's like stretching, yoga, swimming. What do you like to do right now?
Well, yoga is my thing. That's what I've been doing, a lot of stretching, but I'm getting pretty flexible now. So now I'm starting to do squats, which I hate, and the stair stepper. Well, I have stairs, so I'm just like doing the stairs and then just walking on the treadmill, which is really exhausting right now, just walking. So it's good.
Okay. Okay. So your commitment is just 15 minutes a day. And I don't mean just, like, it's going to be a stretch, right?
Mhm. It will
Because
be.
it's 6 days a week. So tomorrow when we go into like the 90-day outcomes, we can play more into like exactly what the 15 minutes, but I think if you can just be like, okay, this is my plan. This is what I get to follow. It's just 15 minutes a day, 6 days a week.
I can do it.
Awesome. Thank you for like just being so vulnerable.
I know.
Okay. Let me see who said it next. Okay, Kier. Kier said an hour and a half. Finishing phase 1, 2, and 3 of 75 hard. I really want to compete this year. I'm super excited. Okay. Okay. Well, first, let me tell you, you don't want to hire me to be a competition coach because I'm still new at it. So I'm going to tell you if we should compete together with Shane.
I was thinking about
you
that,
can.
but I was like, I need to get started. I need to get started and get my head in the game before I invest because I don't want to. I always struggle making this big investment before I'm completely like a hell yeah. And then I don't feel like I don't know, do my best. So I want to finish 75 hard. And so my jump start before I hire Shane is to finish phase 1. It's the phase 1, 2, and 3 are only 30 days. Where 75 hard was 75 days. So I finished 75 hard. And now I have phase 1, 2, and 3 that I need to complete.
Okay.
So that is my starting point.
Cool. Okay. So phase 1, 2, and 3, that will take you the whole, how far into your phase 1 are you?
I'm starting January 1st. I haven't started yet.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, you have like the easiest 90-day plan. I mean, I just mean like you already have it set up.
Yeah. I'm just going to, last time when I tracked my food, like I used the My Transformation app with First Form because I've been using their protein and stuff. And I learned that was so easy for me to be able to track my macros. So I will get you my numbers. And then I know you use MyFitnessPal, but for whatever reason, that program's been easy for my brain to understand. So I've been using it. But anyways, everybody else can kind of share. We can catch up with mine later. That's just my goal.
Okay, cool. Is that like a free app that you can download?
There is a free version, or you can pay like a yearly membership.
Okay. I always like to
They
see
have all
like
their
just
supplements like pre-plugged in. So for like the
that's
protein and the carbs, Abigail told me about a carb drink. They had carbs on there. So I just ordered all the things and they have it like plugged in. So it's just helpful, but.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So you'll get me your numbers Because I know you're a girl on fire too. Also, though, I mean, I hope it didn't sound rude where I was like, you don't want to hire me for your competition coach. Because
No,
I really
would
don't
hire
know.
you. I want to compete. I know you could get me there.
I can share my workouts with you. Like if
Okay.
you want those workouts, I can share my workouts with you. And then
Well, I should
you
just
can-
pay Shane. I should probably reach out to Shane and see like at what point in my journey do I hire a coach? I mean, you could probably tell me that, but
It depends on when, are you wanting to compete like in the fall?
I mean, I wanted to compete in the spring, but I don't have time for that. I'm not going to be ready for that. Being realistic,
Okay.
I won't be ready for spring.
Okay, summer?
Yeah, or fall. Are
Okay.
you doing fall? I thought you were doing
Uh,
spring.
I mean, I'm doing
March?
as many shows as he lets me because my goal is to go national. So I don't know if I am going to be doing March or April, but I'm doing one of those. And then I'm hoping.
So one of them this year, I'll be there with you for sure.
Okay.
Not spring
Okay.
though.
So I would say, if you're staying in with 75 hard and you're already like really dialed in and you're already really lean too, I would say 16 weeks is I think 16 weeks is comfortable for prep.
Okay.
And I think it's enough time that you don't have to go, like I had to go super low because we ended up cutting my prep down to 12. But 16, I feel like I wouldn't have had to do as much cardio as I was doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have
Oh my
45
gosh,
minutes of
you said
cardio in
good.
my 75 hard. So I think it'll be a good way to jumpstart me into like tracking my food, drinking my water, getting in my like my sessions at the gym and my cardio. And then it'll be a good transition. So it's just a starting point for me.
Okay. And the cool thing, if you have time tomorrow and you're on tomorrow's Q&A call, then we can like literally break down, okay, that equals this many workouts per week. That equals this much, like, and really just make it super easy so you can check the boxes off.
Okay. I'll be on tomorrow.
Okay.
Thanks, Rach.
Okay, cool. You guys, I love this. This is my favorite thing. Okay, Lynn answered next. She says 30 minutes at home. I say that, but I know I struggle with motivation. I always have good intentions, but not great follow through. Oh, I love this. Okay, so 30 minutes, Lynn, is your, like, that's what you know you could probably commit to. But what I'm hearing you say is that sometimes that's like, it's just really hard to get into it. Where'd she go? Let me see. She's not on my screen anymore. Oh, she might not be in here anymore. Okay, well, I'm gonna use her example really quick. So 30 minutes at home, perfect. So what I would do is I would say, okay, I really could commit 30 minutes, but realistically, there's going to be days where I just don't want to do it. And me just doing a workout is going to be enough. Oh, hi, everybody that hopped on later too. Hi, I just want to acknowledge you. So a 30-minute at home. So what I would personally do is I would be like, okay, 30 minutes is my goal. My bare minimum is 15, no matter what, every day. Well, 5 to 6 days, whatever you guys decided. And at home workouts, like, okay, and I would choose for your base. I would, if you have stairs in your house, have you ever walked up and down your stairs for 15 minutes? It's so freaking hard. Okay, so you can do things that are totally free. And what I was just telling the girls in Girl on Fire, or sometime this week, I don't remember, was I literally have to, like, I have a certain outfit that is ready every morning, and I have to get up and do my 30 minutes before my brain tells me not to. Like it is just like I get up, I go pee, and I either take my dog for a walk or I get my butt on the treadmill, or else it's just like it will be 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I still have to do my workout. And it just makes it so much harder because then I'm arguing. It's like I have the little angel and the devil on each shoulder. And all afternoon I'm arguing with myself because I know I'm going to feel better if I do it, but I just don't feel like doing it. Right. And so, okay, Care. And so when you set yourself up and you're like, okay, my goal is 30 minutes. I realistically could do 30 minutes, but I know I just have the hardest time following through. Then I want you to make sure that you have a bare minimum for yourself. And the easiest possible thing that you can think of doing. So if you have a treadmill, walking 15 minutes, if you have stairs, going up and down your stairs, like the thing that's going to give you the least resistance. Hi, babe. That's going to give you the least resistance is the thing that you are going to want to commit to. Okay. And and Lynn, it depends on like how much weight that you're wanting to lose or what your actual goals are, where I can tell you like, okay, you could maybe get away with a little bit less, or maybe you get to do band workouts, or it's like, there's the warrior side of me. Like, if you want to drop 20 pounds this first quarter, like you got to suck it up and get it done. So figure out a way to make yourself suck it up and get it done. And one of our things that we're focusing on this year in Girl on Fire is rule number 3 is act despite thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Because the reality is, if you want to lose weight and you want to get in shape and you want to be healthy, you're going to have to do things different than what you're doing now. Like it is going to feel hard. I'm not going to freaking pretend that it's always easy and I'm always motivated. And no, you're not always going to feel motivated. Your body's going to hurt. You're going to have shit show up on days, but you got to commit to the actions. Because it's just like it. Okay, so I don't know why this is coming to my mind, but I remember watching a little script thing from Jim Carrey on YouTube, and he was like, "You can't say you want $1 million and then go sit on the couch and eat a sandwich." Like, reality is, if you want to be healthy, you have to move your body. Period. Done. That's it. You can get away with, if you have a shorter time frame, we got to burn those calories and hit it hard. There was a time in my life where I would do like 10-minute HIIT sessions. And what I mean by that is like push really hard, because I only had 10 minutes in between getting all my kids ready and all of that. There was a time in my life where I could spend 30 minutes and all I knew how to do was walk on the treadmill. And I had a treadmill at home, and my husband would come home from work and I would be like, "Okay, honey, you've got the kids, dinner's already made, whatever." And I would go watch the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They're like behind the scenes thing, because it motivated me. It was like such trash TV, you guys, but it motivated me because there was these cute little teenagers bopping around, and I was watching them like, they weren't teenagers. They were like, I don't know, whatever college age is. I'm old now. Okay. But they were like pushing hard, having to dance, getting criticized, like all that stuff. And it was just my time to zone out. So it was more like I just used that time, not really to lose weight. It was just like, I got to get moving. I'm going to do something that I like, and I'm going to take a break for me. That was it, you know? And so really, it does come down to movement and what you're putting in your body and how much you're putting into your body. That's what it comes down to. That's the reality of it. If you're somebody that wants to lose weight and you're like, but I don't want to pay attention to calories, I don't want to pay attention, I just want to eat whatever I want to eat, then you don't really want it. Because if we ate whatever we really want to eat, like you guys, I love hamburgers. I love pizza. I love Mexican food. I love freaking donuts. I love food. I love sushi. I love going out. But those things do not get me to my goal. What I don't like is not seeing my reflection in the mirror and feeling sad. What I don't like is going, oh my gosh, I don't even recognize the girl in front of me. That's not who I am. Like, how did I get here? That's what I don't like. I don't like feeling that way. I didn't like going into my closet and having to pick certain things because it covered my arm fat or my belly fat or like all of that stuff. And I'm not saying, I don't want to sound like I don't know. A vain person. I don't know. Maybe I am vain. Maybe I am vain because it really bothers me to not feel good in my skin. It really bothers me to go out and feel like crap and feel like I have to hide everything. Like it bothers me so much. It bothers me not to have energy. It bothers me not to just not feel good about myself. And the thing is, you can still feel good about yourself even if you're overweight. Like, you do get to love your body for where it's at because our bodies are freaking awesome and they will conform to all the stresses, all the things that we've put it through. And also, it doesn't matter our age, we can recreate our health, but it takes freaking work. I'm not going to lie to you about that. Did you have something? Did somebody want to say something? Okay. Okay. So I'm here to be honest with you. It's going to take work and you're not going to like it all the time. That's just it. Okay. And I love you and we can make it funner and we can make it better and we can do it together, but you're just not going to like it all the time. That's just the reality of it. But you will freaking be so dang ecstatic when you look back at yourself and you're like, holy shit, I did this.
Okay.
Like
The win as you go. Every single day you get to check something off. Celebrate your win by doing like a self-care, something that won't derail your, not celebrate with like eat cake, but like celebrate with a nice hot bubble bath or reading your favorite book or smelling yummy candles lit around. Wear your cutest pajamas to bed. Like, celebrate in ways that will encourage you to keep going.
Yes.
Fine.
So freaking true.
I'm ready to commit.
I'm ready to commit. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
So
Being real quick, I was going to tell Elka, because I do this sometimes. I don't know which gym to go to, but I have a Vasa membership and the classes are amazing. They are so good. I go to yoga, I go to Pilates, and I've gone to the high fitness as well as the body combat, which is just like a weight training. But there's all different people in there, all different ages, all different styles. You go at your own pace, you go at your own weight, but just to have someone to follow and say, like, just meet yourself where you're at. Do what you can. You're doing great. We're like, there's no pressure, but some guidance. And then when you go out to the big world of the gym, it's a little less intimidating because you've already kind of like learned with a class. I don't know if does that make sense, Rachel? Am I derailing her? I don't mean to, but
no, you're not actually. That's actually brilliant because I do have a Vasa pass. And this is the thing, like, it's not that I didn't know these things. I just choose to forget them because it's a whole lot easier to just sit here and, chew on my candy cane and shit than it is to do it. So yes, actually the classes make sense. And I always thought about it, but then again, I've had it in my head, well, I don't want to go because I don't know how to do it. Right. But no, I will look into the classes because maybe that's what I need to do is commit to a class versus commit.
That's where I
to
started too, was class.
Right. Try a couple different ones. And then also when you find a class you think you like, try a couple of the different instructors because everybody paces and teaches differently. But with my job and with my kids and stuff, my mom was like, so you can give up the gym now every time I reach a goal. And I just kind of had to kindly tell her, it's like therapy for me. It's like non-negotiable. Like, nobody wants to go to therapy and admit it's hard, but it always helps. And you always feel better when you do. So just be realistic with yourself and then just remind yourself, non-negotiable. It'll be worth it in the end.
No,
Hi, I'm Melissa. I have something to share with you ladies real quick, and then I have to jump off of here because I'm actually at work.
Okay, hi, Melissa.
So, hi. So have you ladies heard of the 5-second rule?
By Mel
Yeah,
Robbins.
Yeah. So anyways, I've been listening to that and I'm just fairly new with like with her. So I really love her. Anyways, it takes 5 seconds to change your mind. So when you wake up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, get out of bed, go into the mirror and then high five yourself without even saying anything. And you do that for like so long, it starts changing something within you. When you're high fiving the woman in the mirror, you're actually congratulating her and like giving her just, I don't know how to explain it, but I just wanted to share that with you because I just learned that and I thought that was really, really cool. So
It's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that. It's so powerful. I love Mel Robbins.
yeah, she's definitely
And high fiving, the science behind high fiving. Because I just read her high five challenge just last week actually. And the high five challenge, like the science behind it, it's the science behind high fives is you've never had anything bad happen with a high five. Like everything is positive. It's always like, good job, da 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 da. And so you just get a high five yourself to keep going, right? I love that. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, so Kirsten, going back to that, thank you for sharing that because that's a big part of my story too. That's why I became a fitness instructor, because when I got to the point of like joining a gym, which I joined Lady Fitness, then I picked a time. So it was like, okay, I'm going to drop my youngest kids off at school every day. And then I'm going to go to I'm just going to go at 9 o'clock. I'm always going to go to the 9 o'clock classes. And so I would just go to whatever class. And then I fell in love with, that's what made me want to be an instructor, because the ladies there were so empowering and it was so fun and felt so good because I didn't know what to do. I wouldn't have been able to walk in the gym and know what to do. And the classes, like, okay, so this is my rule with the classes. Go to the classes 3 times before you decide if you like it or not. Like, so if you do a step class, for example, commit to going to that same step class 3 times, because you're going to feel like so out of place the first time and you're not going to know what you're doing and it's going to feel uncomfortable. But the second time you'll have some of the same moves, you'll be familiar with that instructor. And so you might get like a couple of them. And then the third time it's like, okay, well, I actually really do like this. And that will help you figure out, like, do you really love the kickboxing the most? And then once I found the classes that I loved, like I've gone through different phases. So for a while I loved Zumba, and I would just like I would just look up the schedule and I'd go to like I would go through the week and pick out all the Zumba classes. And I'd be like, okay, I can either go at 9 or I could go at 6. Those are my 2 options today because I want to go to Zumba. And holy crap, you can burn like 500 to 600 calories going to a Zumba, a high fitness. My favorite still is kickboxing. I love kickboxing. In fact, that's what I wanted to teach. And then she was like, when I went to do the instructor course, she was like, okay, we are going to learn step. And I was like, what? I hate step. But I learned step because once you learn how to teach step, you can teach anything. But classes are amazing. So if you do feel intimidated, you might feel intimidated going to the classes at first. But where do you go? Which Vasa do you go to?
So I live in like East Sandy. So I go to the one on 13th and like 80, gosh, what is it, Gage? 13th. It's the one on 13th East by like Sunset Coffee and something. Or I like to go to the one in Draper.
The Draper one? Okay. Okay, so if you commit to going to classes and you end up being super scared, I will come out with you to a couple classes.
Would you really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because you'll go and you'll be like, oh, this is so freaking fun.
I'm hoping. Okay, so now that I know the classes, I'm gonna change my commitment. So my deal was to start to make it a priority, a minimum of 2 days a week. Now I know that's in my brain, that seems small, but it's actually really big for me to commit to 2 days a week to going. So I'm actually gonna go on and I'm gonna put 2 classes a week on my schedule for the next month and to commit to those classes. Because I think that's gonna help me to be able to reprogram. And my goal isn't necessarily to lose weight, but I want to get tone and really just want to be strong again. I look back at being in high school and doing rodeo and barrel racing and being a horses, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had to, it was just, I was strong at that point. And I just don't feel, like you said, I must be being too, because there's days I look in the mirror and just am like, this is done.
Okay.
But I'm old. Where did these wrinkles come from? Why are your boobs hanging to your knees? Like, but all these things. But I know that I'm like, I've seen enough women be intimidated and just go do it.
Okay, so 2 days a week, what days are those?
It'll probably be Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Fridays, depending on my schedule.
Tuesday, Saturday, or Tuesday?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay. All right, so you go to, all right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Get out your, is that okay? Is that okay?
Yes. No.
Okay,
Yes.
get out your Vasa app.
Okay, hold on. I'm on my phone.
Okay. What's today anyways? Today's Wednesday. Oh, okay. So are you gonna go Thursday or Friday this week?
I don't know. I'm having convulsions. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta log in. Clearly, I don't even know my login. This is cool.
This is so great. This is how I get into action.
Help.
Lena, do you have
What,
the app on
Kier?
your phone? Let me see your Vasa
I-
app, because I can't get into it.
Help.
I'm gonna get on my daughter's phone so I don't have to try to log in.
Okay. Because I don't know why I can go to that location, but for some reason my app on my phone for the other locations doesn't pull up stuff anymore. I don't know why.
You don't have it downloaded? Oh, okay. She doesn't have it downloaded either. Can I
Okay.
just go online?
Yep, let's look online. Let's create this right now.
Is anybody else having anxiety, or is it just me? Because I'm just. This is
been
why
there
I
all
believe
week.
I was a girl. Okay.
This is so good though, because you're gonna have all these feelings right now. But these are all the feelings that would come up Thursday or Saturday. So we're gonna move through that right now and push through and get you to the location.
Okay.
I promise you're gonna love me after this.
This is why I joined. Oh, it won't let me show without the login. Okay,
Okay, hang on, let me see.
Somebody else, and I'm gonna try to get logged in.
Okay, let me see.
I'm pulling it up. I just have
Okay, is yours showing on your app?
I just have to change my location really quick. My home gym.
Yeah, that's what it, okay, yours is, which one do you want to choose to go to? The 13th East or which
The
one do you want to
13th.
go to?
The 13th East is the one that I usually go to. when I go.
Okay, is that considered Sandy?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
7990 1300 East,
yeah,
right?
that one.
Okay.
think I have to activate it.
Oh my gosh, you crack me up.
Rachel, what if I change my mind?
You're not going to.
And then I look at, and then I'm like, want to be like, is it Kirsten? Where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to compete, and I can't even log into the app without having anxiety, friends.
Hey, just because this is where you're at doesn't mean you can't, like, you never know where you're gonna go. Kirsten, did it come up for you?
Yeah, 1 second. Okay, my home gym is Sandy.
Okay, so did you say you're gonna go Thursday or Friday?
Well, I guess it depends on classes. I mean, honestly,
Okay,
probably.
I'll read them out to you. What time?
Okay.
Do you have a time you want to go? Or you just want me to start? I'll read.
I just need to start.
Okay, stop me when you're ready. High
Okay.
fitness at 5:45 a.m. 8 a.m. is yoga. 9 a.m. is Pilates. Also, there's a cycle pump that's on bikes, I believe. You have to schedule that one. So then there's high fitness at 10:15, yoga at 12:30, power flex at 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
Zumba at 6:30 p.m.
What's the
Yoga at
difference
7:30
between
p.m.
yoga and Pilates?
Pilates will work your core. At yoga, they do it from neck down, and it's all on the mat, is what I was told. And then yoga is full body up down, which is actually really good for your adrenal glands and everything else, because it will release everything. I actually go to yoga 3 times a week, and so
What about
It's a-
hormones? I mean, that's got to be.
I mean, it would probably be really good. It drains, it allows everything to release and drains with all of the turns and twists you do. But do you want to
Okay.
see what's going on Friday?
Let's.
Pilates or high fitness and power flex and Zumba are all really fun too. Let me see what's Friday.
So high fitness is like dancing to
Mhm.
like pop songs and stuff like that. So it's
And
more
Zumba
of
is
a
similar to that, right?
except for Zumba is gonna be more Latin dancing.
So-
Like because it depends on the instructor.
On Friday, there is a high fitness class at 6 a.m., a boot camp, which is weight training at 8 a.m., yoga at 9 a.m., or bar fitness at 10:15. And bar, it sounds easy, it is hard, but it will whip you into shape really fast.
Maybe not day one. I might.
Well,
not.
Well, like so
You can go at
bar
your own
is like
level.
dancer legs. It's like, think of like ballerina, like you put your leg, like it's upper thigh. It takes a lot of core strength, but it's not like, you're not like jumping around. It's more like balancing. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. So I could do, I think tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Thursday is tomorrow. Oh my God. So I could do the 8 a.m. yoga on Thursday. I will commit to that. And then I will show up to our call at 9 range.
Okay. Okay. So I know you're scared.
God, this is retarded. I don't know why.
So
Yoga's in the dark, usually on your mat. No one's gonna watch, and it's honor your body where it's at. So even if you're just sitting there in child's pose for a minute, catching your breath, you're good.
Okay.
You'll be good. You'll be fine.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Can you commit to the 8 a.m. yoga on Thursdays for the next 4 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. So January, 8 a.m. yoga.
Yep.
Okay. The other day is Tuesday. So let's go through the Tuesday classes.
Okay.
Tuesday, probably after 10:30 is best.
There's a yoga at 12:30, power flex at 5:30, Zumba at 6:30, or a high fitness at 7:30. Those are all people.
So does nighttime work, or do you want to?
Or a high fitness at 6 a.m.
I could do yoga at 12
Okay.
on Tuesdays. And
It's
then
at
I'll see.
if you're writing that down.
It's what?
12:30 p.m. on Tuesday.
Because then I can show up. Well, Rachel, would I miss our call on Tuesdays? Is it an hour?
Yeah, it's usually an hour. So you could do 45 minutes of it, but then you're gonna miss the best part because that's like the meditation usually. I don't know how they do it at your gym. But is morning time better for you than nighttime?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say if your goal is to get strong, it might be a good idea to do like the power flex or
Okay.
if you could on a night. But if nighttime's like not gonna work right now, then the most important thing is to get consistent first.
Okay. I'm going to look at my calendar, put this all on my calendar, and then I will screenshot and I will send it to you to make a commitment. I will
Cool.
put it on my schedule every week in January.
Cool. Okay, so we know for sure Thursdays at 8. Thank you, Kirsten, for going through that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And I was gonna say, if it's not snowing, I could probably meet you out there. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow?
Snowy.
Is it really supposed to be snowy?
That's what it's just a scattered snow, but not like bad, I don't think. But I do think there's supposed to be a little bit of snow tomorrow and Friday.
Okay, what's your schedule like Friday, Oka?
I have, Fridays are kind of, so I could do between 9:30 and 11 or
They have a boot camp
what?
At what?
boot camp Friday at 8 a.m.
I can't do that one. Friday afternoon, I could.
The last class they offer on Friday is 10:15 to 11:15, and it's a bar fitness class.
Those ones are good. I did my very first bar class a couple of weeks ago. My freaking butt was burning by the time I got home.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting.
My muscles are so
The summer
sore.
body adults.
Can you do 10:15? Can you do 10:15 on Friday?
I can do 10:15 on Friday.
Or even, what's your Saturdays too? Are Saturdays shot?
I can't, Saturdays are hard because I have, my team is actually coming in next week. So I have to be,
When you get your app signed on Tuesday or tomorrow when you go, check for your next week because the schedule only ends at 10:15 for the holiday schedule. Next Thursday, they have classes all day into the PM on Thursday and Friday as well.
okay.
That's
So
right.
it's a holiday schedule on the 31st.
Okay, so not that you have to, but if you want to do the Friday bar class at 10:15,
Mhm.
I will go with you.
Okay. Yes.
So you don't have to. Your main thing is going to yoga tomorrow. That's like step one. And you're gonna try to talk yourself out of it. So the steps that I want you to take tonight are to pick out your freaking clothes that you're gonna wear.
drink your water, because it will kind of be like a massage. You're releasing all those toxins. You want to be going hydrated.
Yeah, and I would, because you're so into like mindset stuff, right? I would set an intention of just going there for your own, like, just peace of mind. Like
Do I
you're
have to have a
actually,
yoga mat? Do I have to have like a yoga mat and all that? Or do
they'll
they?
have it.
They have everything you need.
Mhm. Just bring your water.
Don't
And
put
if you,
on your and don't wear socks.
Okay.
yeah, I'm super excited to hear about this tomorrow.
Me too. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah, and that's the main goal. And so for January, I know we said 90-day, but for January, I just want you to get consistent on the 2 days a week. And then we can move from there. So this is like over January, you're just going to overcome those, like all the scary feelings of going to the gym. And so just going to the classes, I love that. Just going to yoga, like that is going to be, I think you're going to just like really, I don't know. When I first went to yoga, I was like, this isn't even doing anything. But then when I switched my minds, I was sore after, but when I switched my mindset, it like completely changed the game because it's so like it's really a connection to yourself. That is a time where you can take an hour and really connect back to yourself and your source and your power and just like breathe for a minute.
That's actually exciting when you put it that way. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yoga is amazing.
To listen to your body.
So,
Well,
okay, I love
that's what
it.
we gotta do. We gotta listen.
Okay, so I know we've been on like forever. Does anybody want, let's see. Only year, boy, do I feel it and I feel it. Move body when I can. Yes. I've only done 4 times. I'm so lost and scared at the gym. Yes. So classes, right now for you, we'll move you into getting to classes and going to the gym. But for now, I think the best thing for you to start with, Sin, is just what we already talked about, which was 15 minutes at home, 6 days a week, just moving, stretching, whatever you want to do during that time. And then we'll increase that as we go throughout the year.
Perfect.
Okay. Does anyone else want to go right now? You guys have spent a lot of time with me. Thank you.
Bob, you can see it on her face.
I can wait till tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow too.
Well, I'm totally fine if you want to go or if you want to wait till, I don't care either way.
I don't either. I'll be here today. I'll be here tomorrow. So
Do it.
I'm
Okay.
scared because
You're up.
I'm going 5 days a week to do weights at the gym, and I'm doing your freaking bikini comp prep workouts that you posted. I'm doing all of them except the shoulder ones, where I'm only doing 1 day of shoulder, so I'm just going to switch that one out every other week.
Okay. And those
So I'm only
are,
doing 5 days instead of 6, and then I want to commit to cardio at least 3 days a week, but I want to try and do 30 minutes 5 days a week, but we're gonna go with 3
Okay.
to start, and then we'll see how that goes.
okay, what days are you doing your rest days?
Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
However, I may do cardio on Saturdays. I might go to like some classes on Saturday mornings.
Okay. So
But
your,
Sundays will always be rest.
okay, so your bare minimum is 30 days, 30
Oh,
minutes of cardio 3 days a week.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, and then
minimum I want to
anything
hit,
else?
but I'll try for more.
What's your goal?
To tie in and tone and well, get back into a routine that I I've been trying to get back into since everything's fallen apart and gone to shit. And I kind of let it all go and I put back on like 8 to 10 pounds. So I want to drop that. And then I'd like to tighten and tone from there and maybe drop a little more, but I don't know if I will, if it will. I don't know if my body will let me, but we'll see.
Okay. How are you doing with your macros that you have now?
I just started tracking again Monday. I started Monday tracking again. I was off Monday, Tuesday. I'm okay today. They're not perfect, but they're pretty close. So like Monday and Tuesday, they weren't the greatest. I hit my fat and was low on my carbs and my protein both days.
Okay. So your
But
main,
today- oh yeah, today again, I'll be over on fats and I'm short 23 carbs and 12 proteins, but I'll get it worked back out eventually.
Okay.
I just haven't been doing it.
so 8 to 10, do you want that 8 to 10 pounds this first quarter?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can at least get rid of what I put back on.
Okay. Okay, that's actually a really good game plan. What you want to be careful of is because you're off on Saturday and Sunday, those are going to be days that you want to stay more within your macros. So because you're not expending extra energy, right? So what I would do is I would plan on doing like a leg day on Friday. And I would plan
That's
on
like
my,
Tuesday and Friday is like days.
okay. And I would also plan on your like cheat meal to be Fridays.
Okay.
I know that's like, I mean, it will still work. This is the thing. It will still work if you do Saturday or Sunday because it's the calories. I just want to make it work
Well,
more.
the funny thing is for
for your
cheat meal
body.
on Saturdays, I usually we barbecue on Saturday nights and I sit by the fire. So I just grill some
Okay.
chicken or some meat or whatever. And then I'll do some veggies for the side. So it's never even really a cheat meal. Saturday's my barbecue day.
Okay, that works good then. That works good. So if you do have a cheat meal, I'd plan it on your leg day.
Okay.
That's just when your body's going to use the most recovery. It's going to use the carbs as the most recovery. And your
Probably why I
cheat-
was so tired yesterday, huh? Because I didn't hit my numbers and it was
Yep.
leg day yesterday. And then I came home from the gym and fell asleep.
Yep, that's exactly why.
I drank my protein drink and then I fell asleep.
Yeah, especially okay, so you'll start noticing like on your leg days for sure, like you want to make sure you hit your carbs and your protein, both of those. Fats are fine if they're a little bit low, but you
I know
want to
they're
make
low.
sure you hit your carbs and your protein for sure I mean, pretty much the way that you're lifting though, if you're lifting the way like the 1 second up, 3 seconds down, like that, it takes a lot out of you. And if you're lifting
Yeah.
to failure
I was
every time.
exhausted. And then I got to the bottom of that list and it had like calf raises 3 freaking times. And I was like, I'm gonna have to crawl to my car.
Yeah, you know what I do with those? I actually, when I'm doing my leg presses, I hurry and do a set of calf raises.
Yeah, we did it in between the inner
Yeah.
and outer thighs. We did a set of calf raises and then we did them a little bit later too to break them up a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna die. If we do all
Yeah.
those in a row, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I don't usually, calves are the one thing that I don't usually do all the time because my calves grew when I put on extra weight. And then like, like the tall boots, they were tight on my calves. And so I don't want my calves to grow more. So I work them the way I'm supposed to because I don't want them to get bigger.
Yeah, but we went in to do squats and because I haven't been to the gym for so long, oh my gosh, I thought I didn't even put weights on yesterday because I know we're going back on Friday. So I didn't put any weights on the squat bar yesterday just because it was our first day back. So we'll go back Friday and we'll put weights on this time and see how we do. But it was a little intense.
Yeah.
Felt good though, but it was intense.
Those
We were
work out
trying to
too.
do the squats and the lunges at the end. We saved those two for the end in the yard room area. And by the third set, like you would think we were crippled the way we were trying to get up and get down. I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna make it through this.
That is funny. Okay, so you're 5 days a week with weights, cardio 3 days, 30 minutes. I imagine, so that should give you, as long as you're hitting your macros. So throughout the next 90 days, we just need to pay attention to what your body's doing. So,
Yeah,
Just
right now,
for-
I think my calories are at 1643 right now.
okay, so if you're losing weight on that, like if you end up losing weight and you're changing body composition, so at first it's going to be water weight, right? Like it's going to be, because it's all the stuff you put on from the holidays, the last few months, whatever. That shouldn't be, I can't say it shouldn't be, but I have a feeling you being consistent for like 4 weeks in a row, your body's going to shift a lot. And then we might need to just what I would do is pick a day every single week and take a progress photo of yourself. So that you can start, like my check-ins are Tuesdays. And I have to take a front shot, a side shot, and a back shot every single Tuesday.
Well, I'll probably do it Monday mornings because then that way I might be a little bit better on the weekends. Because if I do it Fridays, then I know I've got like 6 more days before I have to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I would suggest for you to make sure, because I don't know if you remember, but when I was in comp prep, the first 10 weeks, I didn't drop 1 pound.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
not 1
remember
pound.
I was watching you.
And I was like, what in the heck? My body's changing. Like I could feel it getting tighter and I was getting more toned. But
Yeah,
if
you
I
could
would have
see it
paid
in-
attention to the scale, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, you could totally see it in the photos you were posting. That first set of photos you posted, I was like, holy crap, look how much her abs have got. It was like, I think it was like 6 weeks maybe in, and you did that side by side.
Yeah. So pictures are going to be important for you to be able to see, like, okay. And the cool thing is too, like, okay, so my pictures last week were freaking awesome. And then Christmas happened. And I was like, you can always tell when I don't want to send my pictures in because I usually don't check in until like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And when I feel really good, my pictures are sent in at like 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I still have a bunch because we did like a whole week of baking the week of Christmas. So I still have a bunch of stuff upstairs. So I think I'm gonna tell my kids they need to take it to their rooms or I'm gonna throw it away.
Yeah, we had to throw
I've got
everything out.
fantasy fudge up there and I keep staring at it and it's calling my name. I might have one more piece before I let it go before 2022, but
Yeah.
I need to get rid of it or I won't be able to keep ignoring it.
Pictures are super, super motivating because you're like, man, if I want to have really good pictures and see the change, then I'm
Yeah.
not going to eat that thing, or I'm going to make sure I'm going to do my last little bit of cardio or whatever. So I think this is a really good plan to start with, and just be open to, no matter what, for the whole 12 weeks, I'm going to hit this. Like I'm going to do 3 days of cardio. I'm going to do 5 days a week at the gym. That doesn't mean you fail if 1 week you do 4 days. But
Right.
you're still committed to every single week. It's 5 days a week. And this is what we're going to do, because even if you miss a couple workouts in that whole 12 weeks, it's a couple workouts.
Yeah.
Do you know
And
what I
I'm
mean?
hoping like even if something happens or something and I can't actually get to the gym between my Beachbody subscription and your website and like I've got my treadmill and I've got all my shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I should still be able to get in a decent workout even if I have to do it at home at some point during the day because I can't get anywhere.
Yeah, because you do.
I'm still the goal is 5 days a week, but I want to do all 5 at the gym because I got more options and more
Yeah.
machines and stuff.
And
over
it's,
there.
if you would have told me last year that I would be doing the same workouts for 6 months, I would have been like, you're freaking crazy because I like variety. But I actually really like that I'm doing the same exact workouts. Like I just always know, okay, shoulders 1, shoulders 2, legs 1, legs 2, and I'm getting stronger. And so it's like, I don't know, it's just fun to see the progress to be able to do those things. So if you just stick with it and you commit to those actions, we might get to change your macros. We might need to lower carbs as we go. Like you might change let's say you drop the 8 to 10 pounds and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to go a little bit further. Then we might get to like drop carbs a tiny bit, or
I got
for a
stuck
couple
there
weeks.
for a while, right before everything went crazy. Like I was stuck there. It was like 6 or 8 months, like all of the beginning of last year. I was just stuck. I was stuck at 140. I got under for 1 second and then I couldn't stay there and I came right back to 140.
Yeah.
So now I
And
need
that
to get back down
140,
to it and then go from there.
that's where your body like hits that plateau. And that's the piece where, I mean, it's kind of sucky, but it's the truth. That's the
On
piece
a good
where it's
side, I
like,
never thought I'd hit 140 though. I was happy if I could have got down to 150. So now I just have to figure out how to get down to the 130s after that.
yeah. And that's the piece where it's like, okay, we either get to drop your carbs or increase your cardio. And where you're doing 3 days a week of 30 minutes, that could just be like, oh, okay, well, now we need to add in another day, and then see what your body does. Okay, we need to add in another day.
Right now I'm going to try at least walking because I want to get up and walk in the mornings on the days that I don't have to go to the office to work
Mhm.
before I go do my shake for breakfast for at least 30 minutes, maybe longer if I get up early enough, but we'll see. But that's the goal. And then if I can go from there and I start feeling better, then I want to start doing some more high intensity stuff like during the day. But
Wow.
it scares me still.
Yeah. And honestly, you don't have to do high intensity right now. Like if it was me, this is the biggest thing that I learned in competition prep. I would just keep everything the same and see how your body responds. So I would just do your weightlifting and only walk the 30 minutes and don't worry about throwing in high intensity, because this is the thing is when you do hit that plateau, or if your body is not responding, we don't know if it's because you've added 10 minutes of high intensity or if I don't know. So if we just keep it all the same, then I can go, oh, well, let's just add 10 more minutes to your walking 3 days a week, or let's add 1 more day and see what that does.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
That was the biggest thing. I never thought you could get shredded from walking, you guys. I never thought that.
Me either. I was like, I can't believe she's not even sweating.
No.
You're like 2.5, and I feel like I'm slacking if my treadmill's not at least at a 4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do. When I don't have any calories, I don't have the strength. And so it's like 2.5 is like a lot of work. But right now I'm doing like 2.8, 3.0, but I'm not sweating. I am a little bit out of breath. I don't know what that's about. But I was like, oh, I had too many cinnamon rolls over Christmas. But anyways, but yeah, I think that's a good game plan. And then tomorrow, when you have your stuff like all printed out, then we'll really like set dates, put in how many workouts that is, how many minutes that is, so that you can just check off and it's like, yes or no, I hit it. And then we'll review every week and figure out, okay, what stopped me, what worked, repeat, or what do I get to implement?
Okay, yeah, that's why I started recording again this Monday, because I'm like, I can't just start because I got to figure out my food again, because I let stress get to me. And then there were days when I would just eat a crap ton, like right before bed, and hadn't eaten all day. And then there were days when I just wasn't hungry and I didn't want food. And so I totally screwed shit up.
Yeah. So consistency is the main. We just got to get super consistent so we know what your body likes. Because this is the cool thing. Even if, let's say you drop 5 pounds in the first quarter, But then the second quarter, you're so dang consistent, we can hone it in and you just start boom, 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 boom. Like that's what's fun.
I'm
So,
in. I'm in.
okay. Deanne, did you have anything?
Hi, I came in late because I had a situation. So I'm sorry that I was late. So I guess you're just wanting to know what we're committing to. That's what I've
Yes.
gathered. Am I right? So I'm doing what you told me right now. I'm just working on that consistency, tracking my food and going to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym every day for 30 minutes. If I want to sign up for a class, then obviously I'll be there for 55 or 60 minutes. I'm going to take Sundays off because my gym is closed on Sunday. That's what I'm doing until further notice from you.
Sundays off are totally fine. Like you could keep Sundays off. I know that you go to church and stuff like that on Sundays too, right?
In the evening, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so Sundays off is totally fine. I didn't have to start doing 7 days a week till the last 3 weeks of prep. So that's like the last 5, I don't know how many % of body fat, but I was already getting abs before that. So, so hey.
Yay.
So I love that. Okay, so tracking food. Are you using MyFitnessPal or
Yep.
a different tracker? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I like
and
how
then-
you said January 22 to overcome. I really love that. I need to overcome things like I was eating really great today and I go to do my hair appointment. My hairdresser's like, I won't see you for New Year's. I ordered pizza. And I'm like, I love pizza. I'll eat it. Shit. I need
That's
to know
okay.
that.
So that's totally okay. This is the cool thing about learning macros is, and you're going to learn that. I know we're going to be like, you're on a plan right now and that's totally fine, but it doesn't mean that you're a failure because you had pizza. It doesn't mean that you ruined your progress or that you didn't stick to your plan. Like it's okay. You had pizza, move on.
Okay.
That's it. It's just like, okay, next meal. The problem comes when we have pizza and then we're like, well, we might as well have ice cream tonight. And we might as well go out as a family because I really want this tonight. And I might as well have popcorn. And since I have popcorn, I'm going to have chocolate cinnamon bears. Like,
Pile it on.
you know what I mean? So that's where the problem comes. And then it's like today's Wednesday. So, I mean, New Year's is coming this weekend. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I had pizza. So let's just keep going. And let's just start on January 2nd.
Yeah.
Like, that's the part where we run into the calories completely, like we completely derail and sabotage ourselves, right? It's not, I had a little bit of pizza. Okay, well, so you're probably 500 calories more than what you normally have. All right, boom, move on.
Okay. Done. It was good.
It's so easy. It was freaking good, delicious. Enjoy the crap out of it. You felt loved from your hairdresser. Your hair looks beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
And
Yep.
it's just move on. And that's the beauty of like us going through the 90-day commitments and going through the weekly commitments and really checking in. Because it's like, okay, how compliant was I? You know, like, did my plan work? Okay, I'm hitting 5 out of 7 days. Well, that's a lot better than what I used to do. How do I make it to 6? Like, what's holding me back from even being more compliant? Do I need to have a little bit more calories? Do I need to have a little bit more freedom? Do I need to maybe, you know, if I know I'm going to have pizza 2 days in a row, maybe I just need to add in an extra cardio day or, you know, or a little bit longer to combat that a little bit more. So it's really, this is what I love is it's just so cool because I was like, oh my gosh, after the show, I was like, I'm not compliant at all. Like all I want is a bunch of freaking crap and I like can't stop myself. I gotta rein myself back in, you know? And so he had to like up my calories a little bit. And finally I'm at the place where I'm back up to 1,600 calories. And it's like, okay, I still have days here and there where I'm just like, I don't freaking care. I just want donuts, you know? And then I'm like, you know, there's times where I'm like warrior white knuckle it and just don't freaking have it. And there's times where I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna move on. And I'm just gonna keep figuring out like, okay, what actually triggered me? Why do I actually want, do I really want it? What's going on? And all that stuff is, we're gonna go over throughout the year because it's mindset stuff. Like we do things with patterns and behaviors that we've taught ourselves over the years. Like even from a child, our parents are like, oh, you're sad, here, have a sucker. Have a cookie while we're at the grocery store. And I even did it, you know, with my kids. I still give my kids treats, you know, and I know better. But we're rewarded with treats and pizza parties and popcorn and all that kind of stuff. And it's not bad. It's just learning, okay, what actually is going on in my brain right now? What do I want to feel right now? And what can give that to me? And sometimes it is that dopamine fix with food. And it's not bad if we're not binging on it. The part that makes it hard is when we start snowballing and binging on it. Instead of having one donut, we have 5. You know, that's the piece that's like, oh, okay, that's a problem. And that's not going to get me to my results. So what do I get to do instead? That's when I found the protein donuts. I was craving donuts every single day, you guys. That's why I was like, oh, and then all of a sudden they had protein donuts, because I've tried several different recipes and they taste disgusting. So I was like, when I saw those, I'm like, those look disgusting, but they're actually good. And it worked for me. It was like, okay, is that really, it's processed and it's packaged. So it's not like the best option ever. I should be having eggs and oats, you know, but for me, for the moment, it was like, if I could have a protein donut and a cold brew protein drink, those were at least protein options, healthier options that I could put into my body that would support it. And I felt like I was a kid in a candy store because I got to have a cold brew and I had a donut and coffee for breakfast.
Where do you get cold brew protein drinks?
Ideal Lean, Ideal Fit. Let me show you what they look like. It's the brand that I really love right now. So it's on idealfit.com.
Okay.
But
Got it.
I love this one.
It's really good.
It's
Okay.
really, really good.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's always about like, okay, what's going on, and bye, Bobby, and how do I get to fix it for right now? And then we just move on to the next thing, you know? So,
Okay. So am I doing what you want me to do right now?
yes. Yes. And I emailed you, but I want to make sure I don't know if you got it, but I emailed you the other day.
Who will it be from? Rock and Body? I haven't seen an email from you. I'm looking.
The invoice should be from the Rock and Body. Or I don't know if it comes straight from Stripe.
Stripe. Okay, I'll write that down. I couldn't remember the vendor you were using. Okay, I'll look.
Okay, if not, I will just let me know and I'll re-email it to you because I want to get you access to the membership site right away too.
And is it STRIPE?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking. I'll let you know.
It should have come from the Rock and Body though. That's weird. But I want to we got to get set up so that we can start. We got to get our call set up. So I'll message you and find out what day this week, are weekends good for you?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So Friday or Saturday, like we can get on a call and set up when we're going to go to the gym together.
Okay, sounds good.
So, okay. All right, you guys, thank you for hopping on. Tomorrow at 1:00, we will go through specific 90-day outcomes. You guys have like your general plans right now. And then we'll go through 90-day plans in more depth tomorrow in all areas of our life. So
And is that a Zoom call too?
Yes, it is. It's at 1:00 tomorrow.
I got it on my calendar. Thank you, Rachel.
Okay. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.